Hi, friends. Welcome to Goddess Garden Book Chat. I'm your host, 11 Goddess. As usual, we're going to talk about something that is in my library that I want to share with you. Now, this book came out in 2010. It is not a recent book, but it's something I find myself getting certain sections and going back to and just enjoying because of the author. And the author is Jon Stewart of The Daily Show's fame. Also, I think there have been some other projects, but really, Jon Stewart has stood out more so on The Daily Show than everywhere else. And the title of the book is called Earth. And when he wrote this book in 2010, it was addressing aliens who would come to Earth after we'd made some really bad decisions and we weren't around to talk to them or meet them, but we left them some information. This is back when John Oliver was on The Daily Show. You're also going to hear Samantha Bee. There are a couple of other great celebrity surprises. Not going to do any spoilers. And I put together this deep dive so that you'd have a interesting look at my take on what if we fast forwarded this conversation. So a lot of this is based on the book, but I don't really review the book in the fashion that I've always done. With most books, I'll do a deep dive and take the what fails in the synopsises that I get, because I have yet to enjoy a synopsis of a book. And I'm hoping that with these deep dives and these reviews that I create, you get a far better look at what this story, any story, has to offer. In this case, though, there isn't a lot that I can improve upon when you bring together this group of comedians. This is a journey you have to take if you enjoy the satire of Jon Stewart and if you are into a conversation of the human race trying to explain where we went wrong. If any of that appeals to you, this book is definitely going to appeal to you.
Greetings, stargazers, thinkers, and anyone who's ever wondered what aliens would think if they visited Earth and their first exposure to our species was. The Daily Show presents Earth, the audiobook. Oh yes, this is not just a book. It's a full-on comedic breakdown of humanity as told by Jon Stewart and his ragtag band of satirical scientists, Samantha Bee, Wyatt Cenac, Jason Jones, and John Oliver. And today on Goddess Garden Book Chat, we're imagining the unthinkable. It's the year 2026. The visitors have landed. And wouldn't you know it, this audiobook is the only document they downloaded before arriving. Let's drop into a conversation already in progress with our extraterrestrial guest, the Zarnations from Galaxy Gloop 17.
Greetings, Darren. We listened to your sacred text titled Earth, the audiobook, and have questions. Is your species truly governed by pants and celebrity chefs?
Honestly, Zarnax, yes. Pants are like leg prisons we wear to maintain dignity while being slowly crushed by capitalism. And celebrity chefs, there are tribal shamans who yell at raw scallops.
Your guide claimed that sex was a ritual performed for both recreation and procreation. Follow up. Why is one channel dedicated to mating dances and another to baking competitions, but both arouse similar enthusiasm?
That is disturbingly accurate. We're a species confused by our own biology, but deeply committed to choreography and fondant. Let's be clear. Earth. The audiobook is less of a guidebook and more of a chaotic love letter, breakup note, and roast battle aimed squarely at humanity. Jon Stewart leads this existential joyride like a substitute teacher with tenure and zero filter. Imagine if Wikipedia were written during open mic night at a stand-up club in Brooklyn. That's this book. Each section tackles a topic the aliens might be curious about: government, religion, birth, death, culture, the human body, but it's filtered through The Daily Show's biting satire. You'll hear John Oliver wax poetic on organized religion with the reverence of a man describing a children's birthday party held in a graveyard. Samantha Bee lovingly guides you through parenting as if it were a Mad Max survival course. Wyatt Cenac narrates evolution with the smug exhaustion of someone who's seen what Florida has to offer and isn't impressed.
The concept of war. Why does your species repeat it? And is the phrase "bringing freedom" a euphemism for vaporizing cities?
I mean, we do love euphemisms. hostile takeover, enhanced interrogation, room temperature IQ. Yeah, we're not the best at peaceful problem solving, but we are great at pretending we are.
The audiobook states that humans use credit scores to determine housing. Is this a form of population-based Tetris?
Bingo. The worse your score, the smaller and more haunted your apartment. It's how we simulate purgatory in real time. The structure of this audiobook is brilliantly bonkers. It's read like a textbook. If textbooks were dictated by stand-up comedians in a sensory deprivation tank. There's even a section describing what we'd want in our museum exhibit, including our finest footwear, Crocs, and a printed out picture of the internet, which is just a blank page with LOL cats written on it in Comic Sans. What makes this work isn't just the writing, it's the narration. This full cast delivers their lines with the dry glee of people who know how absurd our species is, but also love us anyway. Jon Stewart's voice is like a sighing uncle who gave up on hope but bought you ice cream anyway. John Oliver, he could read a DMV pamphlet and make you giggle, snort. Now, it's 2026.
We've reviewed the guidebook. We understand your species is driven by anxiety, carbohydrates, and TikTok dances. Should we invade?
No, baby, stay for brunch. We're unstable, but we season our food now. And if you wait 5 minutes, we'll probably cancel ourselves before you even need to fire a laser.
One final question. Is there a sequel?
Only if we survive the group project that is Earth 2.0. You'll want to wait for the audio version. We'll probably cast a hologram of Jon Stewart and let AI Samantha Bee do the fact-checking. Final verdict, 2025 human perspective. This audiobook is pure serotonin. It's satire at its sharpest, humor that still holds up in the face of reality's downward spiral. Whether you're a fan of The Daily Show or just need a break from doom-scrolling Earth, the audiobook reminds us how ridiculous and beautiful our human chaos truly is.
3 tentacles up. Would recommend for intergalactic comedy night. Slightly confused by your species' obsession with boats, but overall a delight.
Until next time, GGBC fam, remember, if aliens ever land, make sure they hear this book first. Or at least something narrated by John Oliver, same difference. Subscribe, share, and give your species a chance. We might still be worth the intergalactic Yelp review.
Hi, everyone. I hope you enjoyed what I put together as sort of a fun way to push this story into the year that we're inhabiting, 2025. I couldn't properly do a review of this book for a lot of reasons. One, I read it as excerpts that I enjoy. And two, one of the things about the way this book is put together is it's such a complete work of question asked, question answered that I couldn't do a review without doing spoilers. And I never want to do spoilers. It's funny, yes, absolutely. The Daily Show at that time had such amazing talent. But more importantly, I think there are points in which the way that the questions are posed challenges us as a listener to really ask the way that we are moving causes us to make this bad decision. And these are the consequences. And this is what others will want to know when they look to the history of what happened on the planet. There isn't a lot I'm going to add here because, again, with a satirical read, the humor is in the way the questions are posed. And if you're a Jon Stewart fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And even though this book is a few years old, I would strongly suggest that if you're a fan, this should be in your library. I wanted so badly for there to be a second read. I wanted to enjoy something not necessarily a follow up, but other ways in which we as a human race would have to interact if things went drastically wrong. And how would we respond? What kind of questions would exist when you pose it in a way that you've pushed everything off a cliff? Now what? But anyway, I hope you subscribe. I hope you enjoyed everything that we did. My chat squad and I. That's what I mean when I say we. We're the only we involved here. But I hope you enjoy everything we did to make this entertaining. This was a lot of fun, just as the book is a lot of fun. I hope you'll enjoy more of the reviews that we put together here. And I hope you get a chance to check out this particular one because we all need to laugh right now. It feels like we're being pushed toward a cliff. And once we fall, now what? So let's have a laugh together. Leave a comment and let me know if you've enjoyed this particular book. And I'll see you at the next book review.